Another week in paradise. It's so amazing, this world, isn't it? So much to do and see, so many places to go. Yeah, it's great. Anyway, how are you? Yeah, hello, person that's come. I don't know who you are, but if you've seen the title, you'll see that it's called Me and a Mannequin, and I'll show you why. Ah! This has been terrifying me for the whole week. My mother has entered a scarecrow competition. A local scare. They do it every year. She's made them before. They're always a little bit scary, but this one is scaring me a lot because she brings it in at night, and it's in all sorts of. You go into a room and it's like, what? It's really terrifying. It's really terrifying. Look at it. I think it's supposed to be a Roman soldier, but then it might be a Saxon soldier. It's a soldier of some sort. He's got a little shield there, and he's looking quite scary. I'm going to hide him for a little bit. You can see him again in a minute. It's reminding me of, I went to the Museum of London a few years ago, and there was a little tiny bit of an exhibition. There was like local people from London that made a mark. There was a giant picture of all the music hall stars, the people that had done variety at the turn of the century, including somebody called Lydia Dreams on the end, who was, it might have moved. It's terrifying, isn't it? Lydia Dreams basically was a ventriloquist act who was a man called Walter Lambert who painted this picture. Hello doctor, hello Philip, and hi, yes. A man that painted this whole picture of all the different music hall stars, and he was also a music hall star but also a painter. So Walter, he had a son later called Walter Lambert Jr. So if you look him up, you'll see this person that's painted lots of pictures of motor cars and girls. Now that's his son. Walter Lambert Sr. had an act called Lydia Dreams, and he'd dress up as a saucy nurse and have ventriloquism. But it wasn't just any old ventriloquism. He would make dummies that had human teeth and hair, and they would look exactly like real people. And he would like do a little, ha ha, I'm a sexy nurse. And then he'd like feed like medicine to the there it is. Feed medicine to the people on stage, and they would move around, and then it would be revealed that they were all mannequins. They were all created by him in his back garden. I actually started writing a novel about him at one point, a fictionalised novel about him, because it was so very, very terrifying. And I never finished it. I've got about 20,000 words into it, and then I suddenly realised that his great grandchildren are still alive, and I thought, I can't carry on writing about this, because even though he's been dead for many years, he's like, it was a fictionalised version of his life. Anyway, terrifying mannequins. You can look them up. Walter Lambert Sr. or Lydia Dreams. It is, and this is reminding me of it a little bit. It hasn't got human teeth or hair, as far as I know. I know my dad made the head a few years ago for another one of these scarecrows, but my mother's made more. It was in the kitchen a couple of days ago, and I was like, ah! And then yesterday, she put it in the living room, and she put it on the floor, propped up against the bin, and it was just crossing its legs, and it was like, staring. Look at it, staring. So, I know I've made these puppets, and I know they are terrifying, but they're not anything compared with this. It's like, this is the house of, it's turning to the house of horrors or something here. It's just like everywhere you look there's creepy things, including me, obviously. Creepy little things just everywhere, and it's building every day. More creepy things, more things to get terrified, and the world is terrifying enough, I think. Absolutely terrifying, and yet more terrifying. It looks so scary. The one, yeah, which one? This one or the other one? They're not terrifying. They're not terrifying at all. So I didn't have this one in my other, because I haven't finished it really. But maybe I haven't. Maybe, I thought it looked a bit like Nefertiti, and I was going to do a hat or some hair. But then I thought it looks more like, all of the dolls look creepy. They do. All of the dolls look incredibly creepy. And I should have known better, because that's the one I made when I was 10, and it was already creepy enough. I didn't need to make any more, and yet I did. And yet I did. I don't know why. I don't know why. I swallowed a fly. Perhaps I'll die. I don't know. Anyway, so how's everyone been this week, this terrifying mannequin-filled week? There's a lot going on. There's like rallies and all sorts of stuff this week. And there's a lot of trolling going around, a lot of trolling of lots of different people. And yet I'm still here and you're still there. Went out for a little bit today because it was Father's Day. We went for I made them. They are. No, you didn't offend me. I'm very well aware. Very well aware of how creepy they are. I've got how to make them puppet. How to make the puppet video up. See, I'm losing all trains of thoughts. Yes, I made them. Its head's on backwards. Like something out of Hellraiser. Anyway, they are scary. But I've got how to make them so you can make your own terrifying puppet too. Or a whole house of them, as we have. But not as terrifying as lovely. He hasn't got a name. George. I'm going to call him. No, I'm not going to call him George. I know nice George is. I'm going to call him Scary. Scary scarecrow. And he might come alive at night. I know that Wurzel Gummidge comes alive, and so there's no reason that one. He's hidden behind me, but he might move. Who knows? That would be terrifying if I moved and he's like somewhere else entirely. Oh, something else that's happened this week. I ordered, because I was sitting on a box, and the box collapsed. It was a plastic box and it wasn't full. But I decided to order. I thought it was full. But then I realised it didn't have any stuffing, so I ordered some stuffing. And I stuffed it. They all came the last day. But I had loads more stuffings, and I've got a big cushion as well. And I can make more terrifying toys with any stuffing that comes out of that. I'll just have a house full of stuffed toys. Look, that's my... that could be a puppet too. So I've got a big cushion and something to sit on. I just jam my arm on the fireplace. See this fireplace? It is very spiky. And when I got up, I just spiked my arm on it. So there's a hand in the way. Terrifying pink puppet hand. So yes, mannequins for everyone. Terrifying puppet. And of course... the doctor, I am not at all. I just make sure that I don't blink. That's all. I'm just going to keep my eyes wide open a lot, because there's a lot of statues in the news lately, isn't there? And they're all going to come to get us. They're going to come out of the Bristol Channel and get us. Get us, just like my scarecrows scaring me. There's a lot of scary, Cecil Rhodes. Terrifying, completely out of touch and completely horrible. Doctor Who reference, exactly. Cecil Rhodes, they made a dramatisation of Cecil Rhodes' life story in the last 20 years. I think Martin Shaw was in it. What were they thinking? But it's a really ugly statue on quite a nice building, and it's just covered in sort of chicken wire or something, and it's horrible. And he was, by all accounts, not a great man, quite a horrible man. I think they voted to take it down, which is good, because it's very out of keeping with the whole... It's like horrible sort of cement-looking statue. Quite apart from, what it represents, it's not a very nice statue. So, yes, but don't blink when those statues are around, because they are definitely, as I say, definitely going to get you. If not now... very soon. Martin Shaw was lovely. I met Martin Shaw. Name dropping. Can you drop some names? I did. And he sat at home. I got to a BBC, because I used to work for a magazine, and so I got invited to BBC events when they still had the budget to do that sort of thing. They invited Martin Shaw to talk about something It might have been, it was more like Judge John Deeds or something, I don't know. Anyway, they invited a lot of celebrities and people that were in things to come and talk about the TV series, but he just come for the free food. And I think he was a vegetarian, so he was really annoyed that there wasn't enough free food. And I was sat at a table with him, and I knew not to ask him anything about any of the things because there were people coming up and he was going, no, I'm not here to talk about the TV show. I don't care about the TV show. I just want to eat. Exactly. I just want to eat my vegan food in peace. Go away, everyone. Go away. I'm eating my vegan food. Go away. So I was sat there going, hee, because it was a bit of an interesting thing, because every time somebody would come up and they would ask him something, I'd go, this is going to be a show. He's going to tell them to go away. And then the BBC person came up and was like, I'm terribly sorry. We didn't know this was going to happen. We thought that he'd come here to talk to you all. But no, he'd just come for the free food, which is, I really do appreciate that. And I think I admire that somehow. So yes, exactly. Weeping angels and just terrifying dolls. See, the thing with weeping angels is, does it encompass things like scarecrows? Does it encompass dolls and puppets? I think it probably does. Do not blink around any of it. But Martin Shaw played some horrible people, but is quite a fun person. Yes. Did you, Ed? Yes, I think get as much food as you can is always the order of the day. If you are working on a film set, no matter what, make sure you get all your food. That's all there is in for it. I was sort of extra work. I was on something for Granada, where I had to pretend to be a orienteer, which is where you run around and you use a map and you run around. Now, they couldn't find any real orienteers, so they had the wheeze of getting some people to pretend to be orienteers. And so it was for Brainiac. And so I pretended to be an orienteer, and they weren't paying expenses. All right, that's good. Anyway, they were paying expenses, but the expenses didn't quite cover me going all the way there. And I felt a bit aggrieved about that. So when they had the food, there was actually a chestnut tree outside. I dropped the chestnuts. And I wasn't working at the time. I was like, I might collect the chestnuts and eat the chestnuts. And I did that, actually. I did actually do that. And then I ate as much of the food as I could and put the rest of it in my bag and made sure, and I got the Brainiac t-shirt as well. That was a special, well, here, we're not going to pay you. We're not even going to give you as much expenses because it cost me quite a lot to get there because it was in the middle of a forest. Epping Forest, I think. Possibly. It was a forest. I had to get all the way there by a train and taxi, and the amount that I was given did not quite stretch to it. So I was like, you have to pay for my taxi. They're like, well, I don't know about that. I'm like, no, because I'm not paying for it. So it was a minus for me. It wasn't really paying. So I got as much food as I could out of that. And I thought, it's a bit much that Granada TV did not even give money to people to be on this thing. And also, they blew up a caravan. They gave us ear things to put in our ears and sort of eye things to protect our eyes. And then they sat us in a field near a caravan. The caravan blew up. It was really loud. Shards of the caravan came within a whisker, a hair's breadth, a breadth, hair's breadth, a hair's breadth, a hair's breadth, a hair, the width of a hair away from me. Not a hair, as I got this wrong, a hair like a rabbit breathing. That as well. It was like a rabbit breathing into my ear. That's how close it was. Anyway, the bits of caravan were so close. A hairy breath, exactly, Ed. Really, really, really close. Yes. Well, yes, good. I appreciate that, Doctor. Yes, it's very good for you eating vegan-y things, I think. Yes, I would be a vegan, but for the fact that I'm lazy. I try very hard, but sometimes it slips. I'm like, oh, this is too hard. But I'm semi-vegan most of the time until I'm not. Basically, I try. I don't eat red meat. I don't eat milk and stuff and butter and cheese. But it's hard. It's very hard. Anyway, I do try. And so, what was I saying? Dun, 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 dun. Extras don't fit at BBC. Whoa, that's not right. That's not right. Oh, I've heard bad things about BBC and extras. I've heard about somebody who was playing the farmer's wife, and she was on screen a lot as an extra, and she was playing the farmer's wife to a farmer, got a couple of lines, so he was in the you're one of the featured actors, but she was in the extras. She was just an extra, so they treated her really badly, did not pay for her to get there, did not let her have any food, even though she was on screen, and she did really have, she had a named part in that she was the farmer's wife, but because she didn't say any lines, they didn't feed her, and they treated her really badly, and they were really horrible. I don't think that's very nice. Yes, chocolate, I like chocolate. That's not milk chocolate, so that wouldn't have been a problem with me, really. I don't like milk, so that's not a problem, the chocolate. And I've got my nice tea here that's got almond milk in it. Almondy. It's a chai tea with almond. Yum, 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 yum. I like that. Anyway, I've lost 2 people talking about veganism and extras. What can you do, really? It's really the puppet's fault. And the scary mannequin on the move. I hope it's not moving. Mannequin. I don't know. Is it a mannequin or is it a scarecrow? Well, it's supposed to be a scarecrow, but really, it's just, what is it? I think it has moved, actually. I haven't been drinking espresso. I've just had some chai. Ed, you've known me for years. You know what I'm like. I'm always like this. I don't need espresso or any other external things. Just act like a complete and utter idiot. Basically, that's me. That's me. This really hurts. My fingers. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with the world anymore. Like I said, we went out for a little drive. Now, you're not allowed. It might move because it might just sort of tip over. We went for a little drive because you're not allowed in Wales still to go for a drive of more than 5 miles. So we went for 3.5 miles and we drove past a little pub that's got a thatched cottage. Wasn't open, the pub, but it was nice to see they were thatching the roof, as they're obviously expecting to open again. And then we went round the roundabout and we came back again. So that was our jaunt for Father's Day. La 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 la. Ooh, that's a nice view. Back again. Excitement. Not getting much excitement. Pardon me. My chai has repeated on me. So, yes, so that's experiences on terrible shows and name dropping, a little bit of name dropping for you, and talking about Doctor Who and stupid puppets. Yes. Anyway, if you go to see the Museum of London when it opens again, I don't know whether they've got a Walter Lambert exhibition still. Possibly not. Maybe that has also moved of its own accord, but it has got the most terrifying dummies. They've got real teeth. He based it on people he knew, and I think he used their actual. I think they used the hair. I don't think it's real eyes. I'm hoping it's not, but it's the sort of thing like if you see like stuffed animals and things, that is terrifying. It was like that only with people, basically, and I think they might have used. Did you? Oh dear, I'm sorry, Ed. Keith hands. I don't know Keith hands. You need hands. I haven't really used this puppet, have I? So I used to use this puppet. My Dominic Cummings puppet. No, this one's Dominic Cummings. This is Dominic Cummings going to a party. No. Hee hee hee. Hello. Why are you waving? This one's taken on a life of its own. They are lifelike if the life that you're thinking of is a really creepy little tiny one. Dr. Evil. Yes. Yeah. It could be Spitting Image all over again. Like my dad is like, oh, what are you going to do with these puppets? Are you going to do like satire? Are you going to do like, maybe I'll reenact the Mabinogion or Shakespeare? They're like, that's a good idea. It's like, I didn't read it. That's a lot of work. But maybe I will reenact the Mabinogion or Shakespeare. Maybe. Or Celebrity Come Dancing. It's not called celebrity come dancing, is it? Strictly come dancing. Same thing, really. Dee, 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 dee. Tango. Do, 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 do. Dee, 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 dee. Da, 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 da. Cha. It went a bit wrong there. Anyway, so yeah, I'm very surprised that 5 people are still sticking around for this, just to see whether it's like mannequin watch. Is the mannequin going to move? Is the mannequin going to move? Do you want to see a close-up of the mannequin? Maybe the mannequin will move if we go close to the mannequin. Close to the mannequin. 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 He's moving. He's quite scary. Look, he's got a little hat on. Got a shield with a, what's that? It looks like some sort of vampire wolf. Quite worrying. Anyway, that's a close-up of my mannequin. And I've lost a person just doing that. I went from 5 to 4. So obviously that mannequin, 3. That mannequin scared you all so much that you had to run away in fear. Run away. Is there anyone left? Did it seize up? Have I just lost you all? Lost you all. Lost you all. Ha ha. So I've got some books this week. I've got a Welsh book to read, and I've got David Olusoga's Black and British. Is it called? Anyway, that looks quite good because this old Roman soldier might have known some of the people that Black and British. Yeah, might have known some of the people that he's writing about here, because some of the people that went to Hadrian's Wall were Roman soldiers and were from North Africa. So that's the first, probably not the first black people in Britain, but 2,000 years ago. Some of the earlier, from a long time ago. So that's quite good, reading about the Roman soldiers. I did a course once, an online course about Hadrian's Wall, and I was expecting to learn about all the people, all the Roman soldiers and all the people that were around Hadrian's Wall and the Celts and the Picts and all stuff like that, but they just talked about the stones, which was nice, but it's not really what I was in it for. It's like, 8 weeks of talking about this is a wall and it's still a wall and the wall carries on. I was like, yeah, but what about the people that defended the wall and built the wall? Nah, we're not going to talk about that. We don't care about that, basically. But it's like, but I care. I care about the Roman soldiers and the people in the area and the way they settled and stayed. That's interesting to me. Walls in themselves, not so much, really. Walls are walls. I mean, the Great Wall of China, the wall that Trumpy Trump built, Hadrian's Wall's quite good. The Appian Wall, is that a wall? And Offa's Dyke, that's also a wall. Interesting walls, but I'm more interested in the people that built them and how they got built. And how the actual building, I mean, I've got video of walls, so obviously I do like walls a little bit, but I'm still more interested in that sort of thing. Anyway, maybe the people in that book know. Maybe the spirit of one of the Roman soldiers that was at Hadrian's Wall knew this guy. Maybe he was their best bud and they used to hang out and drink beer and eat snails and whatever Romans did. Don't know what they did. Things. They probably drank wine more than beer, didn't they, Romans? But maybe they went native and did the beer from the local people that were already living there. You're like, let's swap some wine and I don't know, because they didn't tell me on the course, so I'll never know. I'll never know what the Roman soldiers used to do. Maybe it'll say in my book that I'm reading. I haven't read very far yet, but I'm sure it will. Maybe, who knows? Maybe. Anyway, and also, I saw a new, I don't know whether this is since I talked to you last, but I saw that on the Psychopath there is a sign for the shops. I'm pretty sure I've already said this. A sign for the shops in Welsh. And it says shops in English, and then it says Sioe Pau. Sioe Pau. SHOIPAU, and that's apparently what they think that shops in Welsh is. It's not. Shops in Welsh is SIOPIAU or SIOPAU. Either way, it's not SHOIPAU, which might sound, but obviously that made enough of an impact that I posted it in a Welsh language site about bad signs and got, well, somebody else actually posted it. I posted it in another site, and then they nicked it and put it in that sign, and I was like, hang on a minute, I posted that. You don't know where it is even. So then they're like, where is it? Because we can help and we can make it real. So now it might get changed to the actual spelling. So maybe I've done some good in the world for people that are learning Welsh to know that they can get a sign that doesn't say Sioe, which is nothing. Sioe is not a thing. I got bitten by a Sharpie once in my bottom, and it took quite a long time to heal. It's nearly Sioe, but it's not quite. It is not that. So I don't even know whether anyone's here because sometimes I don't know. Nobody said anything, so I don't know whether anybody's there. I've just lost the signal. Whether I've just lost the comments. I've got no clue. So if you've been commenting, I'm terribly sorry. I can't see the comments, which is very annoying. Or maybe just nobody is saying anything. And it's gone down to 4. So. And now I'm going to talk to my puppet. I'm going to talk to my lovely puppet. What's the name of this puppet? I don't have a name for any of the puppets. I should probably name them so that they don't get angry at me. Because I don't want to wake up and have these puppets looming over me going, what's my name? What's my name? Say my name. What's my name? What's my name? Because that would be quite scary. What's your name? I don't know. What do you think it should be called? Not that I can see anybody's comments at the moment. But, yeah. So anyway, this has been me with some puppets and a mannequin. Name dropping and drinking chai and talking about rubbish, as I always do. It's been really, really nice, even though I don't know whether anybody's there anymore because it's gone all quiet. Well, what can you do? Nothing. That's what you can do. Nothing. You can't do anything. Everything's gone wrong. Completely wrong. So, Mannequin, have you moved yet? Has he moved? Have I moved? Difficult to say, really, isn't it? Should we go and play with him? That's awkward getting up from this. Hello. How are you? Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. He's not moving. Probably just as well, because if he did move, that would be too much. Too much. So, yeah, I think this has been me. I should probably leave it there before the puppets attack me and eat me in my sleep. That would be quite disturbing. Yeah, so I'll put my cushion back and put my little tuffet. Now, what would you call this? It's got several names in British English, and I'm not sure about the politically correctness of any of them, but it's a cushion thing. Let's just call it that, and then the naming of things. Yeah, I'm not here to name things. They can name themselves. They've got secret names, and they'll tell you their names if you whisper. What's your name? Is it? Really? Well, that's surprising. That's not what I would have said they were called, but then I'm not the one that's supposed to. They have to name themselves. I can't do anything about that, really. Anyway, I'll ask that one later. Maybe they'll have a different name for me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Bye. That's a terrifying face, isn't it? Hang on. I can't make it go off. Bye bye.